Are we recording still?
Yeah, we're recording still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Glad we caught all that.
I'm
gonna start this episode. It's just gonna be me. Patty cake. Hey humpbacks, welcome back to the Hump Day Hangover. Today we're looking forward to 2021 and we'll be reviewing a 10-song set list that we made for each other to kind of give some background info on ourselves.
And I want to take time to thank everybody for the amazing reception we received on our first debut video. The numbers, I don't know, Sean, if you've been checking them out or not, if you've gotten a chance, doing amazing. I think the last time I looked, we were at like 385,000 views. Yeah.
That can't be right.
What?
That can't be right. 385, that's not right.
No, it's completely, no, it really is, dude. Like, I was just looking at it. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure actually it was like 395,000 views. And, you know, give or take 10,000, it's really not that big of a deal. But
last time I checked, it was like 80 views.
Well, I don't know where you're getting your information from, but it's wrong. I mean, there were a lot of mail-in views too coming in. I mean, we're still waiting on the tallies to be officially certified. I mean,
you can't mail in views.
Yes, you can. I have.
Joe.
They're
Joe.
all there.
Joe.
What?
George Washington, Ray Charles, King Vaughn. These are all dead people.
What has that got to do with it, dude? They voted. They viewed us. They done everything. Look, man. Look. That's certified. Look, it's legit. We had the largest independent debut video for a variety show introduced on a Sunday fall afternoon in a Midwestern Southern Indiana urban environment in YouTube history.
You can't mail in views. You have to view it in person. That's the only thing that counts.
That's fake. That's fraudulent right there. That's not even true.
This is fraudulent.
That's not fraudulent.
If one of these is fraudulent, they're all fraudulent. They don't count.
That's ridiculous. Okay.
No, I win. I win.
You know, you're unbelievable sometimes.
That's right. Welcome back, guys. So 2020, pretty crappy year all around. I mean, not for me personally, but you know, for the country and the world, I guess. Pretty crappy.
Yeah.
Looking forward to 2021 though. We're not going to do New Year's resolutions. That's pretty played out.
Lame.
We're gonna have some general goals, maybe a prediction that might come true.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'll go ahead and start, I guess. So my goal for 2021. 2020, I pretty much focused on myself. Tried to better myself. Hopefully I did a good job. I don't know. But 2021, I'm going to spread that out. Try to be there for my family a little more. You know, make some more family time.
You touched my soul with that, man. Look at you.
That's how I feel.
That's somebody give this man an award over here. Fucking Dad of the Year, Husband of the Year, and everything. He's precious.
All right, Joe. What kind of goal you got for 2021?
You know, my goal is to just I'm try to be a better person, you know. Help out more people, give back a little bit more. I feel like, you know, sometimes we can get a little bit too focused on ourselves and that kind of thing. And I did the same thing this year. It's like I need to better me, and so now I want to try to take that positivity that I gave to myself and try to, you know, kind of share it around and help other people out, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you got a prediction for 2021?
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah, I got a pretty good prediction too. I'm gonna predict that sometime within the year 2021. Actually, you know, I got a couple of them. I'm gonna say that Democrats and Republicans are gonna battle, and also there is going to be a rapper who will get into trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are pretty safe bets.
Absolutely.
Didn't exactly go out on a limb with that one. Okay. So my prediction.
Mm-hmm.
Bear with me. TikTok will be bought by a Russian corporation. Vladimir Putin will seize control of TikTok. And his daughters will be the biggest TikTok stars in the world.
Do you think we're gonna get to see Vladimir like throw it back?
Yeah. Every day.
Bruh, I can't
Vladimir
wait.
Putin TikTok dancing. The WAP dance.
Bruh, that's wet ass Putin.
There it is. Didn't even think of it, but that's what it
I'm
is.
saying, shit. From the top, make it drop.
Now our channel is now banned in Russia. Just for that joke.
Yeah, you guys don't even understand.
We'll never reach Russia.
Yeah, somewhere there's just some bar popping up every time you search for this shit. All right.
So on to our 10-song playlist. So these 10 songs, they kind of span our entire life. Maybe it takes us back to a certain time period of our life. Maybe the lyrics mean something to us. Maybe we just like the way it sounds. Whatever the case, we made 10-song set list. Let me say, 10 songs, extremely difficult.
Oh my God, man! Like I don't know. I know we talked about this a little bit, but when you try to just go down to 10 songs, you know, you're sitting there and you nail it out, and you're like, this is it. This is the 10 songs, and then, you know, I send it over to you, you send it over, and it's like a couple days later, we're both like, have you listened to that yet? Because I feel like I need to change some things.
Yeah.
And we can do that all day. Like, all day long, you can just sit there and, like, second guess your 10 songs, and it's like, that's because, I don't know about you, but I can't narrow down to just 10.
There's glaring omissions.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago I said my favorite album of all time, And Justice for All by Metallica. No song from that album is on the list. Metallica's not even on the list. Probably my favorite band of all time, s1e6, not on the list.
It's funny how that happens.
Probably a solid year I listened to only NF, not on the list.
Yep.
I don't know what it is. I guess NF and s1e6 is like everything's good, nothing stands out, no song made the list.
Yeah. No.
All right, Joe, we're going to start with your list. This is the exact order that you sent it to me. I don't know if that's actually 1 through 10 or if you just...
Alabama, let me just go ahead and say what's number 1 on there is Alabama, I'm in a Hurry. That will always be number 1, always. Yeah, any list I send, if it's in there number 5, it's really still number 1.
I respect it.
Yes. All right, here we are.
I'm in a hurry to get things done, oh I rush until life's no fun. All I really gotta do is live and die, but I'm in a hurry and don't know why.
Alright, so he sent me the list. I listened to everything one time, made some quick notes about each song, and then you're going to let us know why it's on your list, right? Okay. So Alabama, I'm in a Hurry. Song's super relatable. Anybody who's rushing around can relate to the song. Anybody that has a job, has some other things to handle, right? I got a job, kids, I try to hit the gym. Feel like I'm constantly go.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta slow down.
Yep.
Appreciate your life. Appreciate where you're at. That's what that song made me think about. So why do you have it on your list, Joe?
That song is one of the earliest memories I have of like riding with my grandmother to go anywhere. And it was like always playing in the background, and I just remember growing up and hearing that song so many times. So it's like in an instant, like when I hear this song, I always think about, you know, like being younger and being around my grandma and that kind of thing. You know, I love the woman dearly and miss her. And so
Alright, so we go from I'm in a Hurry by Alabama to Thuggish Ruggish Bone by Bone Thugs and Harmony.
We're not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are against those thugs.
It's the Thuggish Ruggish Bone. It's the Thuggish Ruggish Bone.
Okay. So it's just classic Bone Thugs R&B, right? Sounds great. Words don't even matter. To me, they don't matter. Maybe you might have lived it more than me. So maybe
oh
you
no,
relate.
because I can't even understand half the
Okay.
words they're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Words don't matter. Song sounds great. You can listen to it anytime.
Yes, absolutely.
So, where's that take you to, Joe?
So, and this one is about to be a very specific memory. I had this little fucking 5-inch TV in there that I would watch this channel called The Box on. I don't know if you remember The
Yeah,
Box
I
or
know
not.
what you're talking
Yeah. You know, people would call and request videos, and I remember sitting there one night and I was watching this thing, and I seen like this video come on, and these guys are standing around this burning like drum. You know, it's like a freaking 55-gallon drum. It's just on fire, looking like some homeless people, like, you know, trying to catch warmth and things. And they start singing. They're like, East 99 is where you find. And I was hooked. And I just became so attached to Bone. The melodies, the harmonies, the sounds of it, everything about it. You know, the fact that Eazy-E was all about it. You know, he discovered them. Love Eazy-E. Yeah,
That's what we'll get to later.
Yeah, it solidified that for me. I was just like, these guys are the truth.
Now we move on. We got back-to-back songs by BT. So the first one, Never Gonna Come Back Down.
Is that? Oh yeah, that is. Well, I didn't put that in order on here. All right. Here we go.
I'm just gonna talk this one. I'm just gonna say this to the people, not so much the people in the audience, as the people sitting in my mind. ¿Dónde está los digits do DJ rap?
Okay. So my notes on this song. No idea what it's about. No idea. I was listening to the lyrics. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But it sounds amazing. It almost puts you in a trance when you're sitting there just listening, right? And then I wrote down a quote: "Save the Earth, ERF." Because I thought that was
Joe. We are here.
Joe, why is this song on your list?
And so my dad would take me to school in the mornings, and I remember the radio station that I would listen to. They would be playing this song every morning around the same time when I go in, and I'd just be listening to it. And you know, at the time, all I'm listening to is a bunch of rap music, so I needed something new to kind of like something refreshing, something different to listen to. And I heard this song, and I just became fascinated with it because it was so upbeat and it was so like up tempo and things, and it really got me going. And I just loved it. You know, like you say, the ERF part. I love the part at the end where he's like, English girl's name Charisse.
Speaking of songs about nothing, now we move on to Dreaming by BT. Alright, so this one feels different than the other BT song. This one, sonically, very impressive. It sounds very big when you're listening to the song.
Yes.
And this is a side note just for me. I feel like when you listen to it, it should be energizing, but for some reason it brings me down. I'm very calm when I listen to this song.
Yeah. The reasoning behind that song is after I heard Never Gonna Come Back Down, I was so, you know, like I was fascinated with BT. I was like, I want to hear more of this guy's stuff. Not knowing what kind of music he made, knowing nothing about him, I was like, I just want to hear his stuff. So I went and I bought the album, and I came home, and I had a pair of these Sony MDR 7506 headphones. Not that I remember it very specifically or nothing, but you know, they were made for like producing. And at the time, I just started out with making my own music and things. And so I was trying to figure out, like, you know, styles and trying to hear different ideas and things. And I listened to this album in these headphones, and I thought, just like what you said, like, the sound of this is incredible. And I was listening to it in these headphones, and I thought, I want to mimic how clear and how, like, just wide sounding this sounded. I was like, this is amazing. This is how production quality should be. And so he became an inspiration for me from that point on. I'm like, everything this man does, study it, learn it, just try to mimic it.
Yeah, that song sounds huge.
Yes. Yes.
So we go from that to 3-6 Mafia, Tear the Club Up.
Before I really tear some shit up too.
Okay. Well, my only note on this song, literally the only note, turn up to it. That's all it says. That's all you gotta do when that
That's
song
it.
comes on. That's it.
That is it. You know, I told you earlier a little bit about it, but so when I was in high school, my first pep rally, freshman year, you know, being at this high school, Central High School, Yellow Jackets, what up? And like being in this place, first off, we had a fucking DJ doing a pep rally. So, you know, this is like really, they treat this thing like it's a huge deal. And we're listening to all this different music, and they had the band out there playing their stuff, and then wrapping up, everything's getting done. You know, it's a Friday, it's in the school day, everybody's happy they didn't have to go to class, everybody's in there with their friends, all getting hyped up, and then the next thing I know, I hear over these speakers just like, tear the club up, tear the club up. And I look around, and everybody's just, like, there's this feeling in there. It's like you feel this electricity, and then the fucking beat kicks in, and people are out of their seats, and they're fucking just sitting there like doing this shit, and I'm like, oh my god, what in the hell am I listening to? I need this in my life. These people are ready to start punching each other. This is fucking awesome. So I went home, I went around the corner and bought the album, and yeah, I love them.
Never looked back.
No, never.
So, next on the list, Juvenile. Back that ass up. There's no explanation needed on this song.
Again, Central High School. You know, I love Central. I missed it. Great times. Being there when all this kind of stuff was coming out. You know, No Limit was just huge at the time. They were putting out a damn CD every Tuesday. And then I started hearing like people talking about this other group coming up called the Hot Boys, and I thought, oh my god, this ain't even real. Like, who in the world would name themselves the Hot Boys? This is so fucking ridiculous. And people were rapping these songs, and then I started hearing more about it, getting into it, and then fucking that song comes out, and it just takes over everything. And wobbledy wobbledy drop it like it's hot, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Song was huge.
Song was huge.
Couldn't get away from that.
Manny Fresh is the man. All right.
We go to 4 Non-Blondes. What's going on? Okay.
Yeah.
So my first note on this, I just know you as a hip hop head. That's extremely surprising to get this song right. I knew Alabama was coming.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was coming. Her voice is fantastic.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes.
The lyrics, they're still relevant today.
Yeah.
And I was a fan. I legitimately like this song, and I hadn't heard it before. So,
It's
where'd this come from for you?
I think it came out right around the time I was in like 4th or 5th grade over the summer. We would listen to MTV, like, you know, every day we watch MTV and nothing else to do. And honest to God, that song would play and I'd start singing it. Like, me and my brother would just sit there and go back and forth yelling this, hey, and my mom fucking hated it.
Really?
Yeah, it's, you know, like, you're that young and you're just constantly yelling and singing these songs. Yeah, I'm imagining it could be a little bit of a headache.
So now I move on to Eazy-E. Real motherfucking G's. So, classic West Coast rap. I really like competition in rap.
Yeah.
So, you know, just dissing on Death Row Records all the
Yes.
time. That really
Yes.
speaks to me. I love that.
Oh yes.
So.
Yeah. When that came out, you know, of course, like you're saying, Death Row Records, they were huge. They were taking over. The Chronic had just came out, and Nothing But a G things, obviously, everywhere. And so, again, the box would play these videos that really weren't getting a lot of play on other stations. You know, MTV was not really playing that at all. I'm not sure what, like, BET was doing too much, but yeah, you weren't seeing a lot of that song. And so I would see it on there, and I thought, I love this sound, just the, you know, the freaking synthesizer. I was like, this is incredible. So
All right, so now we're on to Soul Asylum, Runaway Train. song is about sort of a self-induced spiral, right? I definitely see how you could relate to that at certain points in your life, you know, especially younger 20s. You're usually going through some stuff, so that can kind of speak to you. And then I wrote down the quote, "How on earth did I get so jaded?" I don't know why that spoke to me, but I feel like I'm super jaded in life now. I just always assume somebody has an underlying ulterior motive, so that line really spoke to me. But why you got this on your list, Joe?
Wow, you gave like such a better way than it's actually going to turn out to be. I feel pretty bad about this. It's just they used to play the video on MTV all the time, and it was about runaway kids. And I just remember the video sticking with me so much, where they were showing all these kids, you know, they're like missing and things, and like the words of it, the way he sung it was just so amazing. Yeah, and like now when I go back and listen to it, it's still such an amazing song. And you say, you know, how on earth did I get so jaded? Life's mysteries seem so faded. It's like, dude, this, you know, the song that I just loved for the melody and for the video back in the day, you know, here it is, what, almost 30 years later, I'm like, dude, I can still get into this song so much. It's crazy. Yeah.
It's fire. Because the kids say it's fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last song on the list, Gary Jules, Mad World. Okay, so like I said, I don't listen to everything once. This might be way off, but to me, it was extremely sad. It kind of painted a picture of everybody stuck in a rat race instead of enjoying life. Like, you're so focused, so just have to go to work, gotta get your money, gotta move up in life. You're just miserable while you do it. That struck me as so sad. I was not a fan of this.
I'll tell you, man, like, that's one of those ones after I sent that to you, I thought, why did I even put that on there? Like I like it, but then I thought, you know, there are other songs that probably could have gotten on there much, you know, easier, probably more upbeat, obviously. Like, there's something about just like, he's like, I think it's kind of, I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. Dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. Like, something about that just like really spoke to me. I'm like, oh yeah, dude.
It's so sad, but that's so poetic.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah. Like, I love having nightmares. I'm big into nightmares. So a dream in which I'm dying would probably be the best I've ever had. Not for any like sad, I hate my life emo shit. It's just, it's so cool to me. Like, oh, I can have this horrible dream where all this crap's happening, and guess what? I'm gonna wake up and everything's still gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm weird like that. So
it's a sad note to end on, but
that is a really sad
That's the last
note
song
to
on your
end.
list.
I'm saying, ta-da, bitches, gotcha. All right, well,
okay.
yeah,
so my list, I feel like most of your songs took you back to a very specific memory. My list is not so much that way. There's a few songs, some songs I just enjoy the lyrics, but all right. So what was the first song on the list?
the first song on your list was, it's gonna be, and I'm gonna have to try to remember these names, or We Came as Romans. I Knew You Were Trouble. It's a Taylor Swift cover, you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Once upon a time, a few mistakes ago, I was in your sights. You got me alone. You found me. You found me. You found me. I guess you did.
Okay. So think about this song.
Yeah.
I want to kind of outload the list. First of all, we both love Taylor Swift. Like, who covers too much? Pop songs, you know, they always have the melodies. They always have, you know, the harmonies. Everything's going to sound good. And then you can take rock music, make it sound fuller, generally.
Yeah.
And it just sounds good. So I just picked this one because I knew you knew the song and started out with a little softball, you know?
Yeah. You know, I'm not gonna lie, when I first started listening to it and I first like heard it kick in his voice and everything, I thought, what is this?
Yeah.
What is going on here? Like, why? But, and then when it started building and it started getting even fuller, and yeah, like what you're saying, you know, it's like much more of a sound and much more of a presence. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is actually really good.
Yeah, if you listen
Like,
to that
this
song
is
a lot,
awesome.
you can't go back and listen to Taylor Swift because it sounds
No.
flat.
Yeah. Yeah, I can totally see that. Like after I listened to it, I thought, man, you know what? I feel like you have to go back and do a like remix or something on Taylor Swift's to make it sound. Yeah. I hope nobody from the Taylor Swift camp attacks us for this.
She'll get it.
She'll get it. Yeah. All right. So moving on to the next song is "One by One" from Bring Me the Horizon.
Disconnected from the world again.
Up with this idea, and you sent me your list of stuff, and I'm reading over the names, and I have no idea who any of these bands are. It's not, you know, like you said, I'm hip hop all the way, so these things were completely new to me. Like I'd probably I think I'd heard of Bring Me the Horizon, but I really didn't know much about them. I think you had me listen to one of their songs before, so that's the only way I knew of who they were. And I was really nervous. I was like, oh my God, this music he's going to send me is all going to be this like yelling, screaming guy just... So I was pleasantly surprised when I heard all of this music. Like I really was. I was like, oh God, this is... Like it is a little bit of that, but it's also not to the point where I'm like, oh God, I don't want to listen to it. Like this shit is catchy. This is like really get you amped.
Okay, so One by One is off their newest album. Came out a month ago at the time of this recording. So that was not initially on the list.
Okay.
I replaced it. But I was like, how can I have a top 10, well, a 10-song playlist, and not have my current favorite song on the list?
No, right.
So that's why I had to go on there. If I'm just driving right now, I'm probably listening to this song.
And
it's super catchy.
It is too. It really is, and it's really upbeat and really like amped up.
Words sound sad, music very upbeat. It's just I don't know what it is exactly, but if you listen to it, you just really can't quit listening to it.
No, it gives you energy almost, like in a way, you know.
Yeah, even though it's sad, even though it's almost about depression and suicidal thoughts, it's very upbeat.
It's amazing how some songs can do that.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to move on to the next one. This Jason Derulo, Get Ugly.
You'll have that.
Ladies, let your hair down. Let your hair down. We's about to get down. Oh my God. This girl straight and this girl not. Tipsy off that piece of rock like. Ching-a-lang-lang, ching-a-lang-a-lang-lang.
How you feel about that one, Joe?
I've really never listened much to Jason Derulo. I knew a couple songs, you know, Wiggle, What You Say, Trumpets. I don't know how you feel about Trumpets, man, but
super catchy.
It is super catchy.
Musically, it's
it's just so, I don't know.
I don't think that dude's ever played a trumpet before in his life, but here we are.
I think I had to hear it so many times at like Kroger or whatever because they played over that it's just it's got bad memories attached to it.
Oh.
But you know, I kind of liked it.
Listen, Jason Derulo, you gotta be at a certain level of intoxicated, and then it's just amazing.
Yeah.
You just sing it. You probably can't support yourself at this point in time, but you're gonna lean against the wall and you're gonna scream the lyrics to Jason Derulo songs. And that's pretty much how I've learned every single Jason Derulo song that I know. I don't know every Jason Derulo song, but everyone that I know.
Everyone that you know is from. Yeah, that's. I know. You know what? That's kind of what I was thinking. Like when I was listening to it at first, I was like, okay, this isn't doing it for me right now. But then I'd have to tell myself in my head, be like, but picture yourself drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is it right here.
In the second verse, he says, I can't even lie. I'm about to be that guy.
Yes.
Someone else is going to have to take me home.
Yes.
That's where you got to be when you listen to Jason Derulo.
You have to be.
That line's very self-aware.
We'll just move on to your next song. Let's see. Oh, Jared Dines with Who's the other person in the song?
Danny Warsnop.
Danny Warsnop.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to miss a thing. I'm really more curious about how you came across this cover and chose this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Jared Dines is a guitar YouTuber that I watch a lot.
Okay.
So I don't want to miss a thing. I think that's my favorite love song of all time. Like the words, I feel like are super sweet, right?
Yeah.
Like stuff he says is like way sweeter than a lot of other love songs. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And then Danny Warsnop is my current favorite singer. So I almost sent you just a regular from his solo career. But I was like, no, I'll combine the two. Try to get, two birds with one stone here. But Danny Warsnop's lead singer for Asking Alexandria.
Okay.
So most people are going to know him for that as a screamer. But he has a solo career where he just sings, and it's mostly like blues, a little bit of country inspired stuff. Sounds so good. So he's my current favorite singer, singing my favorite love song.
So, okay, well that makes
Had to
a
be
lot.
on the list.
Yeah, see that makes sense because when I first heard it, I was just like, why didn't he choose the
why did I
Aerosmith
pick
version?
Aerosmith?
Like,
Yeah.
what is? There has to be a significance to this, All right, so let's see. Where are we gonna go to next on this? Oh, so the next song is going to be "Drugs" by Falling in Reverse. Dude, I don't know what it is about this because like there's so much about this song that is completely opposite of what I'm normally listening to, but it almost sounds like a mesh between like punk music and like 80s kind of pop synth sounds, and it's so damn catchy.
There's a lot going on.
Yes,
There's a lot going on.
there really is.
But yeah, it sounds so good. Ronnie Radke's the lead singer,
Mm-hmm.
generally known as having a terrible voice, but as it keeps going, it somehow just gets better. And then the words are pretty deep.
Yeah,
Everybody's on drugs. Obviously, that's
that's
hyperbole, but so many people are on drugs for anxiety, depression, whatever. And then in the chorus it says, "The American dream is a killing machine." And I think that's important. Just so many people just feel like they're not keeping up with the Joneses.
yeah.
Just trying, and that's leading into their depression.
Yep.
So
And yes, and it's like a cycle you're caught in. Yeah, it's a never-ending cycle.
yeah, nothing's ever good enough. I gotta try harder. I gotta, work longer hours, whatever. But yeah, sometimes you gotta slow down.
Next up on Sean's list here, just is gonna be "Wanting More" by Memphis May Fire. Let's have a listen to that. Okay, so now with this one, I don't know, like, I don't know if there's like a deep meaning to it to you or
It doesn't take me back to a time and place. It's really just the words.
yeah,
They just, keep me grounded. It's all about
that's
consumption.
yeah, like
Just
that's kind of what I
always-
was talking about. Like it's really catchy as far as lyrics go. Like the hook of it and everything
Yeah.
is really good.
It's all about always chasing, always trying to get more without appreciating what you already have.
right.
Like as soon as you get it, not good enough, on to the next one. Got that? Who cares? On to the next one.
Yeah, and that, I think that's something that we've talked about
Yeah,
before. is
I've
like,
definitely lived my life
yes,
like
it's
that.
like
quite a
always
bit.
searching you know, some people say like they'll relate it to being like, oh, I'm always searching for the next high or something. It's like what we discussed is we're always searching for that next goal, you know.
Yeah.
It's like you attain a goal and it's like you don't take enough time to, I don't know about you, but for me specifically, like I don't take enough time to appreciate the effort that it took to get there, and also the fact that I am there, because this moment that I get to that point, it's just like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
What step am I having to climb up to next? You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Like, especially, I feel like I'm always trying to climb, like, the social ladder, I guess you would say.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my parents met because they lived in the same trailer park,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And now I'm firmly in the middle class.
Right.
And I'm still just chasing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just need to step back and say, man, I've came a long way.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
just appreciate that for a while.
Yeah. All right, so moving on, the next song is going to be Can't Handle Me by Futuristic.
She calling me mister, I had to kill her. Don't be stupid. Yeah. Yo. Listen. Yeah.
Okay. So this song, very off the path of the rest of the list, right?
Yes.
So, first time I heard this song, I don't like rapping over guitars.
Really?
I don't like that.
Huh.
I feel like it always sounds bad. For some reason, this song, I just liked it.
You know?
The guitar was heavy enough
Yeah.
to keep me going.
Yeah.
He's a good enough rapper to make it all work. And I listened to this song for like a year.
I get
Almost exclusively this song on repeat.
it. Next on the list is going to be Lone Star with My Front Porch Looking In.
The only ground I ever owned was sticking to my shoes.
How do you feel about that one, Jay?
I really like that one. It took me in the same path as like the Alabama song. So I kind of, in my head, I was envisioning like it relating to you in the same way that like that song from Alabama relates to me. Like the way I feel about the Alabama song, I was like, this must be how Sean feels about this one. Like this has got to be a very, and I could be wrong, but I feel like there's a specific memory and feeling attached to this.
Well, it definitely takes me back, but it's really just how I live my life. Cause like growing up, it was all about family.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know, my grandparents like took care of the neighbor kids. My dad loves kids, right? So like I always knew I was gonna grow up and have kids. So, you know, listen to this song growing up, and then now I have kids. So yeah, it's just always, just like Alabama's always gonna be on your list. That's always gonna be on my list.
Yeah. I understand, man. Yeah.
And,
Like,
I don't listen to country music, but that one makes the cut.
It was a very feel-good song, you know, and like listening to the lyrics of it, I could tell like family and things, and I didn't know maybe it was something like you and your wife or anything. I didn't know if that had any.
No, there's no specific adult memory attached to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just growing up and the whole message behind the song just really plays into my life.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. It's a really positive message, really positive, upbeat song, and you know whether you like country or not. And like we both said, we're not country people, but yet and still, like when we make a list of songs, there will be a country song on there. And I guess that's part of just growing up in this area.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
in you. All right. So moving on from that one, and we're gonna hit "Bullet for My Valentine" and "Hit the Floor." Okay, so this one was getting a little bit. It was getting a little bit more rock than I'm used to.
A little heavy for your taste.
A little bit heavier than my preferred taste, but.
So basically, this is off the album The Poison.
Mm-hmm.
That album pretty much dominated like 22 to 25. I just listen to that album all the time. So it wasn't this particular song as the album, but I actually sent you the one that I thought was like the most palatable. There's some heavier stuff on there, but yeah.
You know, it's funny that you say like 22 to 25 is like when you were listening to this, because for me, between 22 and 25 is actually when I was expanding the amount of like more rock music that I was listening to. You know, like and I'm gonna go ahead and put this in that there was another song that Sean had sent me that I could not find in time to do it, and it was a Machine Gun Kelly song.
Pretty Toxic
Pretty
Revolver.
Toxic Revolver, yes, there we are.
It's really just a freestyle.
Yeah, and I unfortunately did not get a chance to listen to that. I'll probably go back and check it out though sometime, but he had sent me another song.
This song was replaced.
Yes, this
But
song was
Joe put it back
replaced,
in.
yes, so I seen it and I was like, the note that he sent me along with this song was like, I'm sorry for this. And I knew right then and there what kind of shit I was getting myself into, and I had to do it. So this is Demolisher by Slaughter to Prevail.
Okay.
Before you even get anything out, bro, do you need a fucking hug or something? I mean, what is this?
Okay. So I sent you that because that's as heavy as I go. That's the upper limit.
That's, yeah, okay.
I know that song was way too heavy for you, but I just thought maybe you could appreciate it, right? The chorus is catchy. It's sing-songy, kind of anthem-y.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, everybody loves the breakdown where he comes in speaking Russian.
Yeah.
Sounds like a demon, right?
Yeah.
That's
yes.
very
yes.
memorable. But the drummer's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I can tell that.
Yeah, there's the first breakdown. He goes into, I mean, it's this heel to toe double bass pedal. It's unbelievable to me, and I listen to a lot of metal, so yeah.
Okay.
It's as heavy as I get, but I think that song's very good.
You know, like I say, when I first started listening to it, my reaction was just this, oh my god.
It'll do that.
Wow, what is this? If you stop and just listen to it, I guess in a different mind state, then I don't know, but it's not bad.
It comes in really aggressively.
Yes.
If you can make it to the chorus, you'll be good to go. Because the chorus is much lighter than the first verse. The second verse is as heavy as the first verse, but you're kind of used to it by that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it's all breakdowns. So, I mean, everybody loves breakdowns.
Yeah. No. It's not my taste, but also it's not something that I listened to for like 10 seconds and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna turn this shit off. What is this? What are
Well,
we
that 10-second mark is important. If you can make it 45 seconds in, you get to the chanty kind of chorus and pre-chorus stuff, you'll make it. That
Yeah.
first 10 seconds, brutal if you're not used to that.
No, you know, when it first kicks in, I was just like, am I about to be sacrificing a goat or something? I didn't know what was going on, but really got to listen to it all the way through to appreciate it. It's really good, really good. Surprised me, so.
All right, so
All right.
that's our 10 songs to kind of give some background info about it ourselves.
Yeah.
We'd love to know if you guys have any songs that you love. Put them below.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to create like an Apple playlist of these two different, playlists here, and pray to God that I can do it. This is not something that I'm very good at, so this will be a first shot for me, and I'll try to include this stuff in the description. And if it's not in the description, you know that I failed miserably and I'm a horrible piece of shit.
If he fails, just look him up.
Yeah, you can do that. Just play this thing back and write it down.
Just say, Joe, way to go. You failed.
Exactly.
Now I got to do extra work.
Actually, I do recommend you just going back and like writing down these songs because I think it might add more views to us. I don't really know. I'll need to check our mail-in ballots on that.
Mail-in ballots don't count, Joe.
That's bullshit. All right. Well,
Joe's handling the rant this week.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the rant this week. We're gonna knock that out.
Woo!
Sean, you got anything you want to add before we close this out?
I didn't lose any competitions this week. So
You didn't lose any competitions this week, but
it's a win for me.
Yeah, and you know what? You're also not gonna lose any competitions next week either.
Oh. Yeah, we're taking a week off.
We are taking a week off, so till next time.